Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Life on Semen Retention. I am Tariq Hughes, and I started this channel in order to educate and inform all of my brothers out there on the benefits they could get from semen retention and also the negative ways lust can impact their lives. So with that being said, I want to take time out of my day just to teach a quick class on what semen retention is. I feel like that's the question I get most. What is semen retention? So I drew on the whiteboard. I'm going to go through what semen retention is, where it came from, the origins of it all, what benefits you'll see if you go on semen retention, and the science behind why semen retention actually works. So I don't want to keep you guys too long. Let's get into it. So what is semen retention? That's my $1 million question. That's what the message I get most. So let's get into it. What is semen retention? Semen retention is the practice of initially avoiding ejaculation to conserve physical and mental energy. So whenever a man consciously decides that he's not going to ejaculate, that man is on semen retention. Now, where did this term come from? It didn't come from me. It's not nothing I made up. It actually can be found in texts from over 4th century BC, I believe. Taoism was when it was first mentioned. Taoism is in China. So Taoists believe frequent ejaculation depleted vital energy, leading to physical and spiritual decline. The Taoists were very sacred when it came to semen retention. You can also find it in cultures like India, Hinduism. In tantric traditions, semen is considered a highly refined form of energy. Retention is linked to the concept of ojas. Ojas is a vital energy that supports spiritual enlightenment and mental clarity. So this dates back to centuries ago of when they first started practicing semen retention. They were very intentional when it came to releasing their energy. I don't know for sure, but I would bet that they probably only released their energy when it was time to procreate, to have children. So that's what it is. That's where it came from. Let's get into what benefits you'll see if you practice semen retention. So I'm gonna move the tripod over here. Hopefully you can see that. I think you can. So why is semen retention practiced? So you will receive many benefits when you go on semen retention. You'll receive physical, mental, spiritual, and enlightenment benefits. For the physical, you're gonna see increased energy, stamina, and vitality. For mental benefits, you'll see heightened focus, clarity, and mental strength. And for spiritual and emotional benefits, you'll feel deepened spiritual connections, emotional control, and increased self-awareness. So there is many things that you will see on semen retention. Now, what I will tell you is it all depends on your journey. Like, you're not gonna see all these after a week. You may not see it after 2 weeks. It all depends on, it depends on a lot of stuff. So I don't want you to get into this and get 2 weeks and be like, man, I don't feel nothing, it's bogus. No, you actually have to practice it. Sometimes it may take a month, sometimes it may take 2 months, but I guarantee you will feel every one of these benefits if you keep up your semen retention. Now, I'm about to tell you why. Let's get into the science behind semen retention and why it actually works. So if you don't know, semen contains a lot of nutrients, and we release that nutrients from our body, we're hurting ourselves. So semen contains nutrients like fructose, citric acid, proteins, enzymes, vitamins, vitamin C, B12, E, B9, B2, B1, B3, B5, B6, B7. Now, some of y'all probably are not familiar with all those vitamins. I'm only familiar with C, B12, and E. I had to look up the others. I encourage you to look it up as well. But these are all the vitamins we're losing when we release. Not only the vitamins, we lose minerals. We lose, Zn, which is, got my periodic table. Zn, that's zinc. You got Mg, that's magnesium, calcium, K, which is potassium. You got Na, sodium. You got P, which is phosphorus. Se, which is selenium. Cu, let me find that, that's copper. Fe is iron. And Mn is, did I circle that one? Yes, Mn is manganese. So you're losing all of these minerals, all these vitamins, minerals, fructose, and everything up here when you release. These are all things our body naturally creates to support our health. So when we release that energy, that semen, we're releasing all of this. All of this. And let's go into how much we release every time we ejaculate. So total semen volume per ejaculation is around 2 to 5 milliliters, containing around 100 to 300 million sperm on average. 100 to 300 million sperm on average. So we're giving up all of this when we ejaculate, and we are ejaculating 100 to 300 million sperm on average. Now, the good thing is our body naturally creates sperm, so we'll always have more. But if we hold on to those, our energy, our semen, we're gaining all of this instead of losing it. So this is why after a man usually ejaculates, what does he feel? He feels tired, he feels depleted. He's depleted because he just gave up all of this nutrients. He just gave all of that up. So you really have to be conscious, man. When you're ejaculating, you're giving up so much. So when you do this, man, you can't do it on a normal occasion. That's not what our bodies were meant to do. We weren't meant to ejaculate every day, every other day. Are we really just supposed to ejaculate when we're about to, recreate? That's what every living thing on the earth does. I think we're the only ones who have sex for sport. But when we learn to hold that nutrients and to hold those vitamins and minerals, just like the Taoism in India were saying, we're going to gain physical benefits as well as spiritual benefits. So that's why I think it's so important that every man goes on semen retention. Whether it's long or short, as men, we need to go on semen retention. We don't just need to be out here ejaculating over and over and over again, because that's not what our bodies were meant to do. You know what I'm saying? Our bodies were meant to build nutrients naturally and keep that nutrients. But when we ejaculate, unfortunately, we're losing all of that nutrients. And 100 to 300 million, man, that's a big number. That's a big number. So I want you guys to understand, when you are depleting yourself, when you're feeling tired, that's not a good thing. That is not a good thing, man. I know some people are like, yeah, man, after I get done, I'll be having the best sleep of my life. Brother, that is not the best sleep of your life, man. You feel that way because you just gave up all of those vitamin minerals that your body naturally made. When you learn to hold your semen, you can conquer the world. If you learn to control your sexual desire, you can conquer the world. But when you learn to hold your semen, man, you're gonna feel amazing, emotionally, physically, in every way. This is from a man who practiced semen retention after being addicted to corn and lust for 23 years. When I practiced semen retention, I noticed the difference. So I want to come up here and tell all my brothers to please, whether it's for short or long, go on semen retention. Have a season in your life where you are not depleting yourself of all these nutrients and vitamins, and see how you feel. That's all I'm asking. See how you feel, man. Feel free to subscribe. I'm going to start dropping more videos like this. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Look up Tariq. Like I say, I think my purpose is just to help all my brothers out with lust, because I know how it is to fight that battle. And also just to show my brothers that it's a better side. I know how it feels to, have corn or lust as a mechanism. And I'm just here to tell you, when you learn to control that and what's the word I'm looking for, re-navigate that energy, you'll feel better about yourself and about life. So hopefully that answered the question on what semen retention is. I'm going to do more videos like this. I probably need to do a separate video on the origins, because like I said, it dives deep back, man. It's crazy how deep it dives. So I'll probably do a separate video on that, but you are going to start seeing more videos like this from me. I normally can't post long videos on Instagram or TikTok, so make sure you guys subscribe in order to get this education, man. That's what it's all here. Enjoy your journey. Like I said, if you have problems or if you are struggling with your journey, please feel free to reach out to me. I just want to help. I want to help you on your journey. I want to help you I want to help you do good. I want to see you do good. I love all y'all out there. Brothers, stay strong on the journey. I know it's hard, but you got this. Peace.